Anya, and I am back. Today, we are going to talk about the next card in the Major Arcana, the beautiful Enter the Empress. What a beautiful card. So much red, vitality, love, passion. She is known as the great mother of the deck, the mother archetype, and I want you to take a minute to look at this beautiful card. So let me know if you are enjoying these chats, if we should continue them, if it's been really, really helpful to you guys. I think this is Tarot Talk number like 8 or 9 at this point. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you are learning a few things and it's being very helpful in your readings. The Empress comes out in the deck, and she just wants to give you some really good advice right now to help you. She sits here. Of course, we have the Emperor and the Empress in the deck here. And she's just going to nurture you. She's going to guide you back to your most authentic self. And I want you to look at this card and just literally, she knows what you need. And she's asking you, do you love yourself enough, and are you giving it to yourself? Is there anything that you're lacking? What have you given attention to in your garden today and what you are growing? And if you look at the Empress, she sits, we'll talk about her beautiful throne here in a second. But if you notice that she has the crown on her head, and that is basically every star, 12 stars, 12 zodiacs. She sits there with a crown of wisdom of all the zodiacs, of me, of you, of everybody. And she is well aware of what you need, right? Her connection just to the divine, and what it is that you need, that you may be lacking, that you may not be giving to yourself. And so she comes out, and this is a beautiful, beautiful card of just love and nurturing. Are you sabotaging yourself? Are you being a doormat? How much do you love yourself? And it's not about being selfish. It's about being about self and making sure you take care of yourself. She does not lead with authority, like in a way, like, she just kind of holds her scepter. You notice her throne. She's just kind of lounging there. She's got pillows. She's all about soft leadership and letting love lead the way. She literally sits with a shield here off to her side, protecting her. The shield is the shape of a heart, love. It also has the symbol of Venus onto it. And of course, that is the planet of the associations of love, of beauty, of luxury, of art. And she says, do all things with love. Do you love yourself enough? Give yourself patience and time. If you look at her, all the beautiful things around her, the wheat, she says, be patient with yourself. Love yourself enough. Are you being hard on yourself? Do you need to raise your standards? Do you need to put your boundaries in place? But she takes it from a place of authentic love and nurturing. She not only has the 12 zodiac stars upon her head, knowing exactly what it is that you need, that you may have been avoiding. She comes out to say, if you've been neglecting anything, I want to talk to you about something that you yearn for. Maybe you've just been hard on yourself, you've let something go. And if you really took a close look and talked with me, maybe we'd find something that you just want to get better at, right? That you've kind of lacked and neglected. But she's got the Venus symbol there on the side. And so, of course, this would be related to our Taurus and Libra friends who love the finer things in life. So that's beautiful there. But yeah, let love be the way. So, for example, if you have a goal, like she says to you, all your goals, all your desires, what it is that you want to achieve and what you want to grow in your garden of life, do it through the eyes of love. So, if you have a goal that you're working on, and you're just feeling like you're self-sabotaging yourself, and you're having, just a lot of negative mental chatter about it. I can't do this. I'm not, it'll never come to be. I'm not good enough. I'll never get this done. She says, look at that. Look at yourself through the eyes of love, you know, Be honest with yourself. Be authentic with yourself. Are you truly doing enough? And if you are, then give yourself grace for that, you know? And also time things out, not to be too impatient on yourself or with others, but rather through the eyes of love. So she has at her base here all this wheat. And so this is a card of prosperity and abundance. Um, but if you notice, it's all shielded with love, right? It's from a place of just sitting back, not having to be kind of like, you know, ruling harsh, but rather she sits literally her throne. She's got pillows behind her back. She looks at everything through a place of love, and therefore she gives herself grace, and she's really honest with herself, and she wants you to have that conversation. But all this wheat down here that symbolizes, that's a big harvest. That's fertility, things growing. And if you just look at her gown, even, she has all these pomegranates on her gown. If you were to think that every single seed is a tree and it can grow into a tree. So she's saying, let's take care of what it is that you want to grow. Be honest with yourself. Come sit with me, talk with me. And is there something that you know right now, if this card comes up in a reading, that you need to attend to? And also, if you take a look at her scepter up there, it kind of reminds us of, you know, how it's not like a big stick that she's going to beat you with, right? She's just kind of hanging back right here with her wand, and it's got this orb on the top of it, the circle on the top of it. And if you think about how we talked about the Fool, and at the top, the zero, we talked about that kind of like that egg that is about to crack a new life, and a whole new cycle begins of the soul's journey. She has that egg, if you want to call it that, as well at the top of her wand. But she has just a wand, honestly. So that's like, yeah, I rule over this space. I rule over my world. And at this point, it's time for you to have a conversation with yourself and be honest with yourself. Lean back. What is it that you love? Look at it through the eyes of love. Everything that you're about to do today, you know. So this is definitely a growth card. We also have the numeral 3 at the top. So, you know, we talked about 0, the cosmic egg, 1 and 2, and now you have 3. And if 2 is about balance, the high priestess that we talked about yesterday, you have 3. So think about, you know, a family that expands. You have the 2 parents, and then you have the child, and now there's a family, there's growth. So this card is really about growth, growth for you, and really just having patience with yourself, again, through the lens of love, and knowing that in your garden right here, that all this wheat that the Empress sits in front of, you know, that had to be timed perfectly. So sometimes we rush, we want things to happen faster. Like seriously, I need this to happen now. I'm really hard on ourselves. It's not happening fast enough. She says to focus on what you want, and then just look at it through that lens perspective of love, and know that everything grows in the right season, and understand the divine timing of everything. So yeah, she is truly a figure that comes up. You literally take a pause and you think about what you're working on. And if it is something indeed that you want to grow in your garden. And she does it through purely with love and nurturing, the great mother figure coming out to have a talk with you. So you can maybe reset, get clear, get focused. So that is the beautiful Empress card. Really nice. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the Emperor, and how when you line the 2 of them up together, you kind of see the softness over here, just the gentle leadership, asking the honest questions, you know, just kind of sitting on that throne of softness. And then we'll compare it to the Emperor, and all that brings in the other side right here. But yep, here is your motherly love for the day. She wants to come and she wants to talk to you. Pretty beautiful. All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day. I will see you again tomorrow. If you too want to get this deck, just go to cauldronandthorn.com, click tarot decks, we'll send one out to you. We do ship across the USA. Or you can come into the shop as well and pick yourself up a deck off of our shelves. Hope you guys are having a great one. See ya.